High Plains Technology Center, turning education and training into workplace success.
Oh, back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
High Plains Technology Center, education at the speed of business. School is now in session.
All right, good Wednesday morning. Just want to give a shout out to myself because I have some ideas at times, and I was talking to Jack. We're going to find out if it's a good idea or not. We always bring students in, current students and everything like that. But I had the brilliant idea. I said, hey, why don't we bring in some graduates? You guys are going to be sitting there thinking, why are we talking wind? Why are we doing wind? Well, we're doing it because it's successful, number one. And we have a lot of current graduates that are out amongst the living of Wootown and around us. And I said, hey, Jack, let's bring in 2 students. Now I'm really second-guessing my idea because Jack brought in two students, and I'll introduce yourselves now. So go ahead.
This is Matt Lovelace.
This is Alex Velasquez.
All right. Where do you guys both work?
We work at Keenan 2.
Keenan 2, both of you. And I want to give a shout out to those at Keenan 2 in charge for allowing you to come out this morning before you get to go to work, right?
What a pleasure. We appreciate it, Chris.
Yeah, Chris is a good guy. But I thought let's bring on 2 graduates about what kind of everything meant to them. It meant a lot to Matt, I know, because he needed a lot of help. I'm just going to throw him under the bus because he's sitting close to me.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, if I just gave the mic to these 2, it would be all Matt probably talking, right? And someone over there just laughing the whole time. Yeah,
pretty fair, yeah.
Right. So, but no, I want to ask you both this question. Looking back on things and seeing where you are now, what did the class do for you? And did it take you to a level where you thought you would be? Go ahead, someone.
Okay. It instilled a lot of self-confidence. It gave us a lot of tools to prepare for our future and this new endeavor, new careers. It gave us a lot of tools and the help of people and a facility and people that we can talk to all the time to get help from. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, for me anyways, it helped me just coming in from another state anyways, didn't have nothing, no work experience or nothing. And coming into the High Plains class gave me a lot of resources and opportunities to grow myself as a person and just love what I do every day.
Love it. If you guys could see the smile on his face too, he always does though. It makes it even better because your stories are different. Matt, local boy, and we found that out the hard way. We're like, and then we questioned Jack. Why did you get Matt in the program? But no, Alex, tell a little bit about your background, where you came from, and everything.
So I came from a small town in Anton Chico, New Mexico.
Yeah,
and I found when I graduated high school in 2021, I had no idea what was I going to do with my life. So I just looked up like wind tech schools in the United States, and I looked up. And I said, "Oh, there's a school at High Plains." And so, of course, I get in contact. I call Miss Sheila.
Yep.
And she said, "Oh, set you up for an interview in May." I'm like, okay, and I head down there, meet Jack, very stern man. No smile on his face when I did the interview.
He was serious.
Yeah. And then, so after that, a week after that, whenever I interviewed, I got in and then spent 6 months down here and then 6 months during the class. And then now I work at Keenan 2, and I've been here for about almost 2 years already.
And get to see you. I get to see you at Walmart every so often. And your dad, I think, even came down.
My dad comes down every once in a great while. Yep.
And if you thing 1 and thing 2, when you see he and his dad together, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Matt, tell a little bit about your background. We know that you're a Woodward boy, so go ahead.
I graduated here in Woodward. I went to Northwestern for a little while. I'm not a huge fan of college, so I wanted to go to work. I worked with my dad for a long time doing floor covering and bathroom and kitchen remodels, which gave me an eye for detail and a little bit of OCPD. And then I had a few various jobs throughout there. After that, I went to work for Oklahoma Natural Gas for a few years, and during the pandemic, lost that job, and then ended up being able to go to school here at High Plains and getting to go through the wind course.
Awesome. 2 different stories, 2 amazing stories. you touched on the career aspect, and that's what I love that both of you have said. I don't know if Alex, if you said it yet or not, but I know you think that. What's the number one thing that in the industry and the career that you like the best being a wind technician?
Go ahead, Alex.
What I like meeting new people. Like every time we meet new contractors or we meet different people that come around. It's like meeting new people, hearing their stories of what they like to do, and just every day working with some friends that I like working with every day. It's like
you weren't looking at Matt when you said that, though.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Yeah, we don't work together that much anymore.
Okay,
Anyways,
you're smart.
Yeah, so, yeah. But just hearing other people's stories and how they got in it and how they love doing what they're doing every day. So
That's awesome.
I like that as I got older, toys just got bigger. And that's basically what it is. You know, it's industrial Tonka trucks and bigger. Everything is more fun. It's bigger, and you're working with your hands. You get to problem solve, get to use your brain, and then the options. The options are almost limitless. You can do anything in this industry.
Speaking of limitless and going into that aspect, the continual training that you guys have as well. Because what are you guys tech level what now?
6.
Tech level 6. So that involves going to different places rather than just Woodward, Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
So talk about some of the places that you've seen. Because I know you guys are both local technicians, but talk about the training that you guys have seen and things as well.
Well, whenever I did my training, we go to our home bases in Orlando, Florida. And then whenever we went to go do level 5 training, I went to Colby, Kansas for a week. And Alex, where'd you go?
I went to Renfro, Oklahoma, Grant Wind Farm.
Okay.
We didn't make it too far.
Orlando, Renfro.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, everybody thinks that Orlando is such a neat place. We were going there for a long time. That's where the Siemens training facility is. We Jack and I have made trips to there. It's not as much fun as you think. Jack has probably least fond memories of Orlando.
I've seen Orlando a lot.
When you were stationed there.
I was stationed in Jacksonville, Florida with the Navy. So
yeah, that's what
Orlando
I thought.
was our little quick getaway.
Yeah. As you see, what's the number one thing that if people are wanting to get into this career, what's the number one thing that you would advise them? Go ahead. I'll go Matt, you go first, and then Alex follow up.
High Plains Technology Center, obviously.
Good man.
Go ahead, Alex.
Well, yeah, go to High Plains. I would say a lot of kids want to go in right away. I would say for me, it was a good starting base to start out here at High Plains to get my foot in the door for me. So that's what I would advise, to go to a school first for just a few months anyways, and then just start right away your career.
That's a slam dunk.
Because I can tell you, you guys both, Siemens probably wouldn't have hired anybody that's just walking in on the streets as well. These two don't know what cash bells they really cash cows they kind of hit with things as well also. So, right?
Over the course of my 2 years, I definitely have learned what a cash cow that we hit. Yeah.
I mean, and it is a little hidden little gem. And, we wanted to talk about things about what those that might be looking at something like this and why they should. If you're wanting to better yourself, if you're unemployed right now, if the pandemic, let's pray we don't have anything more with that. Because you guys just missed the pandemic year, didn't you? Right? Were you the year after? Were you in that same class?
We were like the following into right at the end of it.
Whew.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to relive that again. I didn't know that class that we got out of there was a chore to get out during that time. But Jack, talk a little bit about why we were able to get that class out. What's the reason?
Well, the reason is because we're flexible. So we have our computer-based training, and then allowing our students to continue on, and then we were able to split and
what is working in wind.
I would say that again.
What is working in wind? The reason why certain industries.
Sure. Yeah.
Because it is needed.
It is needed.
Critical.
Yeah, critical.
So that's
well, I mean, you're like I told that class there was, you are a necessity.
Yep.
So the grid has to stay up.
Yep.
So people are, and even especially when everybody's at home, right? Using more power.
Even more power.
Even more power.
What's the future kind of look like? What do you think the next thing is in wind that's coming to everything with you guys? What have you seen on site?
I think that battery
Yep.
is going to be the next thing that they're working really diligently on currently, and they're trying to get that up and running, and I think that that'll be another great facet of the industry.
Great. Think same thing, Alex. Yeah.
Same thing here. And it just, the wind energy is growing like crazy. Now, more and more wind farms are popping up every single day.
Yep.
So ours is just growing every day. So
It's hatch chili season too, isn't it,
Yep.
right now? So
Yep.
you're gonna go get some hatch chili. We
Yeah,
always
yeah.
talk about
Yep.
that. Alex and I always did. So age ranges. Everybody, you guys are both still young men, right? I know, but age ranges. What's your takeaway with wind? Really, no aspect is there?
There's no cap either way that you go. I mean, as young as fresh out of high school, Alex, for instance, and then I've seen several old men running cranes and doing their best out there.
When you say old men, you're really looking at Jack. Jack is older than me. I have to throw that out there, but running cranes.
Still out climbing.
So if you were going to talk to someone that was thinking about going into the class, thinking about getting into the industry other than High Plains, what's the one thing the piece of advice that you would give them?
Positive attitude, being on time, and networking with people in every aspect possible, talking to people within the industry, being a good person and making friends with people in the industry. And
yeah, exactly what Matt said, working hard. Really it is, it's just working hard, being on time, and just loving what you always come in with a good attitude every day, and just
Love it, guys.
Yep.
Man, it's like they listen, Jack. Good job.
I know,
Kudos
right?
with things. This is great. Honestly, because, that's the one cool thing about it. Wind is such a small industry, right? How many times do you see the same people different times on site?
we see the same people constantly, and you'll hear about people that know of your friend that's over here and all the way across the planet. We met whenever I was in Orlando for my last training. I had actually met a gentleman that was working offshore in the UK that had worked at our site in like 2015 or 16. So he knew everybody that was at the site and everything. It was really neat.
The one bad thing about it, if you're talking about wanting to work on offshore, Jack's going to talk you away from that more than anything. Why would you talk someone away from working offshore, Jack?
I don't know if I'm on the record of doing that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
I just
no,
said
I
just because
mean-
you spent so much time on a boat.
No, I mean, so the only downfall is what I know about, steel and salt water is it rusts. So I've done plenty of that once over dust, twice over rust type painting.
There you go. And I just wanted to have you guys on because, number one, our applications are coming due October 27th. We have limited spots, limited time frame. Give us a call. Come out there and take a tour. But definitely, if you're interested in it, there's nothing that says, hey, you apply. You're not, you have to get in. Give Sheila a call, 571-6167. Or come out there and see us at any point in time and see what we talk about, because it's the hands-on aspect, wouldn't you both say?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you only have to put up with me usually a day in the classroom. Jack, go ahead.
Matt loved the math.
I, for the first time in my 30 years of life, Jack Day is actually who taught me algebra. It's a feat that nobody else could seem to accomplish, and within one day's work, Jack filled me in.
So if
it was incredible.
This early in the morning, if we come with any paperwork or anything,
You got it. I'll take care of all of it.
Okay. Troubleshooting or doing maintenance, what do you like better?
I like the using my brain aspect of troubleshooting.
All right.
For me, I like maintenance a little bit more because I get into a routine. I could go just more and more. I could just know what I'm doing every single day. It's
Once again, different strokes for different folks, and that's what I love about this industry. Because Jack and I have said it, whether it's stuck or not with people, there's a spot for everybody on site, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is you don't hire the same person that you are yourself. That's my motto, and that's what everybody should have. So, October 27th, hptc.edu is the application, or come out to the school. We'll take people if it's far-reaching, because we are on a podcast now. I had a friend said he actually has listened to the podcast, so we've got one podcast listener as well. And we know we're on 100.1 KWFX, Spirit of the West. So just give us a call, come out and see it, and we'll be looking forward. All right. Thanks, gentlemen.
Cool.
It's like a proud dad moment. We're very
I know,
proud of
right?
both of you.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yep.